Hello, everyone. This is Corey Scarberry, not the CT Berry that you're used to seeing that talks about wrestling and video games and unboxes toys. This is Corey Scarberry, the man. And there's something that needs to be addressed that is very, very important, and it needs to be said. We are in a nationwide shortage of caregivers. People are having to move in with other people just to get the services that they need to get taken care of, to get them through everyday life. People are even losing their services that they deserve because there is nobody to help take care of them. And, no one, any company across the United States is having trouble finding people to take care of their clientele. Now, this message is for the government. And before I go any further, this is not going to be a bash. This is not, I never get political on this channel. I never will. But this is something that the federal government up in Washington and across the country need to hear. You guys need to pay these direct service professionals more money instead of them making hardly nothing, not having any health insurance, because then they won't stay. And people like us, with the cognitive and physical disabilities that need care, are not receiving the care that we need. Now, and I'm going to talk about myself. I've said this 100 times on this channel. I even made a video about it. I have cerebral palsy, which is why I sit in this wheelchair. I thank the good Lord above that there is a lot of things I am able to do. But with cerebral palsy, there is certain things that I'm not able to do. And I don't know what I could say here, because I know YouTube has a strict algorithm of things that you can and cannot say. I'm going to try to be as professional, but as concrete and specific as I can be. I am unable to trim my fingernails and toenails independently. I have to have help transferring in and out of the shower. Thankfully, I can give myself a shower on my own, but I do have to have help, drying off and, getting back in my wheelchair after I am finished taking a shower. Or, if I'm not here at home, well, I have the equipment to do it independently, if the case arises where I would have to, go number 2 in public, I would have to have help getting off the toilet, meaning I would have to have somebody clean me. And there's people that are coming into this field that are not comfortable doing that. And I understand that. I'm not faulting them. because everybody has limitations. I understand that completely. As someone that has limitations himself, absolutely I understand it. But I feel that if these people were paid more money, they would be willing to train to do that kind of stuff. And for the record, I'm not dogging the fast food industry at all. I know the fast food industry goes through a lot of stress. It sucks, getting a hamburger thrown at your face when somebody orders no tomato and one of the workers didn't get the memo and they put tomato on it, and then you have to deal with a rude and angry customer that's like, I said I didn't want tomato on this. I understand that. That sucks. There's no way I would be able to handle that because of my anxiety. But, with these direct service professionals, you're having to do a lot of work that a nurse or an EMT would have to do. Which I get it, a nurse or an EMT does far more than what a DSP is qualified to do. That's why you have to go to school to be a nurse. That's why you have to take EMT classes. But a lot of it is very similar. And these companies across the country, not just inclusions that I get service through, and I also get day program services through another company called Expanding Your Horizons. And it's the same issue everywhere. Nobody can find workers because no one wants to work. And I think that is very sad because, and I'm not going to sit here and throw a pity party about myself. That's something I've never believed in doing, and that's something that I'm not, going to do, especially using YouTube as a platform. I'm here to raise awareness and talk about the issues that need to be brought up. Because, let me tell you something. There is a lot of people that mentally cannot hold a job because of neurological issues, cognitive issues, and really bad anxiety, depression. They're autistic, so there's certain things that they cannot do, or even physically, like me. It hurts tremendously for me to sit in this wheelchair all day. It's some of the worst pain I have ever felt. When my butt hurts for just sitting for so long. It is the most unimaginable pain. And, there's things that physically I cannot do. So, that's why, it is very hard for me, and especially in the rural area that I live in, to find a job. And, and I have been getting these DSP services and waiver services since I have, I think it was 10 years old. And, anything that past or present DSPs have done for me, what my DSPs do for me now, I thank you very much. You have made a tremendous difference in my life. And you have made a tremendous difference in other individuals' lives. And it breaks my heart that these companies cannot find employees. And, I talked with the head of Inclusions today. They are the ones that do my home in-home services. And, the state of Ohio is doing something to raise the incentive, which I think is great. But every country in the United States needs to follow suit. This is a very serious issue that needs to be addressed. And all you guys in Washington, D.C., you guys have the power to do something about it. So I'm asking you, as someone who needs these services, and for people that need the 10 times more care than I do, please do something. Raise the incentive, offer benefits, raise the money substantially. And because it's sad, and this is why I was saying I'm not going to dog the fast food industry, but, when people could go to McDonald's and get paid, $18 an hour, I'm just throwing out a number, but a DSP only makes $12 an hour, when a DSP has to do a lot more in-depth work than a fast food worker. That is a big problem. And that's something that needs to be fixed. I'm not saying that the fast food people don't deserve that money, because they certainly do. But what I'm saying is, the DSPs, they deserve that money as well. And to the United States government, I ask you to please do something about this. This is not good. People are not getting all the services that they need. And let me say something that is going to sound kind of jerkish, but I feel this also needs to be said. Because let me tell you this. A lot of people that I know that need services, if they could do everything for themselves, even hold a regular job, they would do it. I know I sure would do it. Absolutely. 100%. I've been driven my entire life. This sucks for me to have to receive services. That's the part that sucks about having cerebral palsy. But there's nothing I can do about it. I was given the hand I was dealt with, so, I have to make the most of it. And part of that is getting services that I need and that others need. This is not just about me. This is about every person, no matter their disability, that needs services to get the services that they need. And I'm asking the United States government again, please raise the incentive. And for the people that are coming into this job that are scared, you will make such a difference in someone's life. And I know there's companies out there that, they treat their employees like trash, and they don't appreciate them, and they work them to death, and, with little pay, and I think that's wrong. Those companies should not be in business. If they are not there to service the client and they're just there to make the money, they're in the wrong profession. But I can tell you this. Inclusions is one of the best DSP services that I've ever seen. They care about their employees. They care about their clients. They have personal relationships with their clients. So, they would be a really good company to work for. And I know that my friends and I, we would forever appreciate you. So the DSPs across the nation, thank you. Thank you so much for all that you do, because our lives would not be as good as they are without you. Thank you guys for listening. I hope this reaches people and understands the issues that need to be fixed. Thank you.